Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Grace Regalo softball field. And before I go any further, great tip of the hat to Dave Raymond. The field is absolutely gorgeous. He's done a tremendous job as usual. He's part of that Babe Ruth program. Jeff Rupp, the president, they do a tremendous job with the upkeep of this field and the two baseball fields, and they do it for the youth of the city, and they do it for zip. They don't get a nickel. You couldn't pay them for the amount of hours they're down here. This is Division I North preliminary game, and we start yet another season. Regular season for all of the sports has finally come to a close. It's been a tumultuous year, and now we're starting all over again with the state tournament. The seniors on this team haven't played in the state tournament for 2 years. On both teams, actually. Swing and a miss. Maria Mangiamelli, the shortstop, leads off for North Andover. They're 6-8, the number 21 seed. Quickly, 0-2. Brooke Warren on the mound for Link Classical. The number 12 seed at 7-5. Wide for a ball. Isabella Fessler makes up the battery with Warren. She's had an outstanding year for Classical. Hit foul out of play. Dangerously close to my car. Took a long look at that changeup that stayed low. One, two, the count. Hit foul again off to the right side. Behind first base, foul. And Giamelli is making Brooke Warren work. Good at bat. She's fouled off several pitches after being in an 0-2 count. And there's another foul. And again, dangerously close to my car. I'm guessing North Andover Middlesex League. Classical now in the Greater Boston League. Another foul. So whatever Mangiamelli does, it's been a good at bat. She's made Brooke Warren throw a few pitches here, leading off the ball game. Takes a long look at that one. The count evens at 2. Looked easy, swinging and missing at the first 2 pitches, but now she's made Warren work. And she winds up with a base hit. That's a great at bat. That's a great at bat by Mangiamelli. She was behind 0-2. She worked at 2-2, fouled off 5 or 6 pitches, and gets a base hit into center field. Jocelyn Gove, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, the pitcher. Let's see if they play small ball. Sailor Brinkler at third is cheating in a little bit. Hit foul, the runner was going. So she didn't show a bunt. The runner that time faked like she was going. Mangiamelli stayed at first. High for a ball. Erica Richard, coach for the last few years for Classical. Caitlin Flanagan for North Andover. Two the count. Hit foul toward the North Andover dugout. So both hitters getting in a little bit of a hole and trying to battle their way out of it. Mangiamelli did it with a base hit. High and tight for a ball. So now Warren's going to come with a pitch. I'll put another runner on. Hit in the air to center field, almost right where she was standing. Michaela Poisson. So Gove hit it well, but she hit it right at the center fielder. Poisson didn't have to move. One away, Juliana Roach. This is a battle of sisters. We got 2 Roaches and 2 Gaffneys on North Andover. Swing and a miss. We got 2 Brinklers and 2 Poissons on Classical. Roach is the catcher. High for a ball, they throw it behind. Diving back is Mangiamelli. She's been dancing all around first base. First pitch to Gove, the second hitter. She took off like she was going to try and steal. She hasn't tried that yet, but she's been getting way off the base. Thrown high off the glove. The error will allow the runners to reach. The throw was high. Dana tried to stay on the bag and get the throw, and it went off her glove. So 2-1 with 1 out for the first baseman, Maeve Gaffney. Pop foul out of play. So North Andover with a threat. A single, an out, an error. 2-1, 1 out. Hit foul off the backstop, reaching for that one a little bit outside. So Warren has got ahead of the hitters, all of them so far. But they've battled back. Off-speed pitch. Brooke Warren wanted that one. Good pitch by Warren, changing up. Right to the first baseman, and it turns it into a double play. Gaffney hit that right on the nose. First baseman Reese Brinkler caught it right around the shoe top, stepped on the bag for a double play. So the single and the error don't hurt. The nice defensive play at first base by Brinkler. Gets Brooke Warren and Classical out of a jam. Ask her who the left fielder is. Jocelyn Grove on the mound for North Andover. She'll face Kylie Poisson, the shortstop, leading off. The other half of the Poisson family, Michaela, the center fielder, will bat second. Rachel Dana, playing second, bats third. In the cleanup spot is Isabella Fessler, the catcher, batting fifth and pitching Brooke Warren. In the sixth spot is the left fielder, Madison Meager, playing first base after that great play. Reese Plinkler, batting seventh. Emily Tennille is the designated player. She's hitting for the third baseman, Sailor Brinkler, and the right fielder, Gianno Kyoto. The right fielder picks up the tail end of the batting order. Chased that pitch that was way over her head for strike three. Jocelyn Grove got a lot of help with that pitch. Michaela Poisson, the center fielder, is the hitter. Up and away for a ball. Down and in for a ball. They like that high pitch. The count 2-0. That should have been ball three. That was way up in her eyes. She swung right through that. She took that pitch for a strike. So it's 2-2. Way up and in. The count goes full. Hit foul over the North Andover dugout.
Number 7. The name?
Yeah.
You don't have the name there?
If it was in here, I would have it. Another strikeout. Jocelyn Grove looking for a trifecta. Struck out the first two. He's ahead of Rachel Dana. And that was close, but no cigar. Didn't miss by much. Here we go, Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Popped up. And it's a fair ball. It stayed fair. It popped up in the air. They had no play. They just let it go because they're hoping the spin would pull it out of play beyond the foul line. And it's a line drive in the box score. Rachel Dana, just that little bloop hit that just died in the dirt. And Isabella Fessler will be the hitter. Trying to see what that pitch was. The scoreboard didn't take down the last hitter. Hit in the air to left field. So Fessel flies out to left field for the third out. That little infield hit doesn't do any damage to North Andover. Both teams get a hit. North Andover also had an error that put 2 on, but both teams come up short. It's 0-0 Classical and North Andover at the end of 1. 5, 6, and 7 for North Andover as we start the second inning. Bridges Gaffney, the right fielder, will lead it off. If Classical should win this, they'll be back here Monday night. In for a strike. She goes after that high pitch. Boy, they like that high pitch. Way over her head. And once again, Brooke Warren gets out in front. 0-2. Down and away for a ball. Good waste pitch. Couldn't get Gaffney to offer. Laid off that high pitch. And we're even at 2-2. That's been the norm here in the start of the game. Get out in front. Hit foul off the catcher. Count stays 2-2. Way up and in. So she went from 0-2, and now 3-2 have to come with a pitch. Hit foul again, another good at bat. North Andover hanging around in that batter's box. And another foul. Ooh, off the car. Off the driver's side window, actually. So here we go again. Hit in the air. Foul to the right side. This is how the game started, Maria. Mangiamelli kept fouling pitches off after falling behind, got the count, and got a single in the center field. She chased that pitch. It was way up and in. That was ball 4. Warren gets her first strikeout. She got help on that pitch. Both these teams like that high pitch. Chloe Marconi is the designated player. She's hitting for the left fielder, Jessie Mangiamelli. Hit way out of play. I think it's the first hit that Warren hasn't gone 2 strikes on. The 1-1 pitch up and coming. Good pitch for a strike. Both pitchers should keep it right there. Neither team likes that low pitch. Strike 3 call. Good pitch. So back-to-back strikeouts, one swinging, one called. Bridget Bernard, the second baseman, is the hitter. Swing and a miss. Glasgow coming off a tough outing against Revere. They played for the GBL championship. 10 innings. They were tied at 2. Revere got 3 in the 10th. Swing and a miss again. Pulled the string. She was out in front. Reaches for that and punches it foul past first base. Way up for a ball. Hit off the backstop. Off-speed pitch. He got it up there and it just hung low. That's a nice pitch by Warren. She's thrown a few times and just missed. Popped up. Shortstop, Kylie Poisson makes the play. So 1-2-3 inning for Brooke Warren and the Lady Rams. Classical again will have a chance to get on top. It'll be 5, 6, and 7. Brooke Warren, Madison Meager, Reese Brinkler. Face Jocelyn Gove, who gave up a hit, but it was nothing to write home about. It was just a little pop-up that went about 10 or 15 feet down the third base line, and they couldn't get to it. They didn't have a play, but they waited, let it go, waiting for it to spin and bounce and go out of play. It never did. It just died. And Rachel Dana got the base hit, but got stranded at first. So the first hitter will be pitcher against pitcher. Gove on the mound, Brooke Warren in the batter's box. Bats left, throws left. Slices it foul the other way. Line shot into left center field for a base hit. So Warren goes the other way and gets a base hit. Classical has the leadoff hitter on for Madison Meager. And we'll get a runner for Warren at first base. Madison Meager is the left fielder. Gets the bunt down. They'll throw her out. The sacrifice works. Good job. Nice play by the catcher, Roach. I have to say Juliana Roach because there's two of them. Reese Blinker, the first baseman, she made that very nice defensive play in the first inning. The unassisted double play that got Glasgow out of a mini jam. Swings through the first pitch. Always have to remember to mention it. Reese and Saylor, multi-sport athletes, and their mother was a New England Patriot cheerleader. Swing and a miss. I was going to guess, but I don't have to. Delaney Dana is the pinch runner. Brinkler thought about it, almost pulled the trigger, held up, it was up and away. Might have got a piece of it, but the catcher held on anyway. Nice job by Roach. With 3-2 again, that was a borderline pitch. Emily Teneo, the designated player, she's hitting for the third baseman, Saylor Brinkler. Way up for a ball. Two and all the count. That was in for a strike. Swing and a miss. Cove can bring it. She looks good on the mound. Again, they like that high pitch. Got a piece, fouled it off the backstop. Swing and a miss. So she gives up the hit. They get the sacrifice down. And she strikes out the next two. She's got 2 strikeouts in each of the first 2 innings. We've completed 2. This Division 1 North preliminary game. We're right back where we started. Classical nothing, North Andover nothing. Down away for a ball to Amanda Steely, the center fielder. 8-9-1 for North Andover. We start the 3rd inning. Popped up. It's a fair ball. So Classical got a hit like that. North Andover says, if you can do it, we can do it. That was just far enough that Fesslick, the catcher, couldn't get to it. Brooke Warren couldn't get to it. And it just died in the dirt again. It didn't spin out. So for the second time in 3 innings, the throw was to the third base side of second base, and they get the stolen base. A good throw, they might have had her. Jenna Roach, the third baseman, is the hitter. Poisson had to go had to lean towards third base to make that catch, and Seeley was able to get into second base easily. Hit foul out of play. So virtually a swinging bunt that both teams have got a base hit that way. And the stolen base puts a runner at second base with nobody out. Hit foul again. I think it just keeps going to the right side. All the foul balls have been over the North Andover dugout. Hit in the right center field for a base hit. In with a stand-up double. Good production from your number 9 hitter. And North Andover grabs a lead. And they still have a runner at second with nobody out. Top of the order, Miaa Giamelli. She was that long at bat leading off the game and got a base hit. Punches it into left field for a base hit. They hold the runner at third, and she'll hustle into second with a double. They held the runner at third. So it's second and third with a run in and nobody out. Jocelyn Gove, the pitcher, can help herself here. Down the way for a ball. North Andover brought a few fans over behind first base. Hit the third. They got a break because the first baseman was off the bag. Gove will get an RBI. She grinds out 5-3 for the out. And the base umpire didn't see that Prickler came off the bag, way off the bag. Juliana Roach pitched in for a strike. She had a ground ball to short, and they tried to get forwards at second. The throw was high off the second baseman's glove, and Roach reached on the error. But she was part of that very nice defensive play. Double play by Reese Sprinkler that got him out of the inning. But 3 straight hits to put 2 on the board with a runner at third. Have 1 out. Wide for a ball. Swinging a miss right in on the hands. She swung right through it. That's a big out. Maeve Gaffney hit a shot right to the first baseman, turned into an unassisted double play. Popped into center field, coming on. Kylie Poisson makes the one-handed catch. But the first 3 hitters, 8, 9, and 1, get base hits for North Andover. And it results in a 2-0 lead. So Glasgow has to play catch-up. It'll be 9-1 and 2 for the Lady Rams. And Jocelyn Gove on the mound for North Andover for the first time will take a lead out to the mound. Again, this is Division I North. Preliminary state tournament game. It's amazing how many seasons we've gone through. We finally had everybody catch up. Certainly, when I say catch up, I don't mean everybody was playing the same number of games on the same league, because they weren't. I mean, Classical has played 12. North Andover has played 14. English boys have played 9. Classical boys have played 9. St. Mary's girls have played 21. Different leagues started at different times. They finally all caught up at some point during the baseball softball season. And now everybody starts all over again with the state tournament. Popped up too far for anybody to go get it. So we mentioned it's been 2 years since baseball and softball had a state tournament. Chase that high pitch again. Pitch way over their head. If you hit that, you're not going to do anything with it. Hit foul off to the right side. Almost swung at that pitch. It was way inside. Way up and away. Evens the count at 2. Down and in. So now Gold has to come in with a pitch. I'll put a runner on. She was ahead in the count. She got a lot of help with that swing and miss at the high pitch. Picked by the first baseman. Kyoto hit a shot going into right field. Gaffney, she didn't even take a step to her right. She just reached across her body and picked that. Nice defensive play. 1 up, 1 down. Kylie Poisson struck out swinging. Her first trip, she takes the pitch for a strike. Low for a ball. Hit foul. Off to the left side. Hits it in the air. Third baseman, just about maybe a step in fair territory, maybe a step in foul territory. I can't tell from here. But the third baseman, Jenna Roach, makes the play. 2 up, 2 down for Michaela Poisson, the center fielder. Struck out swinging her first time. Swing and a miss. Well, Gova's broken her streak. She won't get 2 strikeouts in this inning. Low for a ball. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. High and tight for a ball. And again, we got deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. North Andover leading 2-0. Swing and a miss. So she doesn't get 2 strikeouts. She gets 1. She gets her first 1-2-3 inning, but she's retired 6 in a row. Glasgow is down in the 3rd. We've completed 3. North Andover 2. Glasgow nothing. 5, 6, and 7 for North Andover. Hit right back. Little soft line shot right back to Brooke Warren. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Chloe Marconi, the designated player. Was called on a strikes her first time. Down and away. I just watched the catcher, Juliana Roach. They got a batting net that they hit into before games. They left it up, and Roach just went out and took a few swings into the net. Hit to 3rd. And that means Brinkler to Brinkler. 3rd baseman Saylor over to 1st baseman Reese. The Brinkler family takes care of the 2nd out. Play goes 5-3. Bridget Bernard popped up to the shortstop. Chased that high pitch. In for a strike, 0-2. Good pitch on the corner. High for a ball. Low for a ball. And again, deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Went after that high inside pitch and fouled it back. Up and away. So again, she was ahead of the hitter. Now she's got to come in with a pitch. Brinkler almost made the play. She had to worry about running into the fence behind first base. Good effort. So we'll do it again. Popped up. Horshaw will make the play. 2nd time Bernard has gone to the shortstop with a pop-up. So we mentioned Gove had retired 6 in a row. Brooke Warren, after giving up the 2 runs, she's retired 6 in a row. As she gets her second 1-2-3 inning. We're halfway through the ball game. 2 runs in the 3rd from North Andover are the difference. 2-0 over Glasgow. And we'll have the middle of the order, 3, 4, and 5 for the Lady Rams to start the bottom of the fourth. The winner of this is alive. The loser normally would be saying they'd be getting ready for whatever they're going to do. For the summer. The summer's almost over. We're already almost to the end of June. Rachel Dana got that little pop-up towards third base that just died in the dirt, and she got a base hit. High for a ball. We always mention Rachel Dana and her sister Delaney, daughters of Derek Dana, the very successful coach, baseball coach at St. Mary's. Pop to the first baseman. One up, one down. Isabella Fessler. Fly to left field her one trip. Down and in for a ball. In first strike, 1-1. A beautiful day over the ballpark. Not a cloud. The little whisper of cloud way over behind Breed Middle School. Solid shot to center field. Center fielder took 2 steps in, had to go back and picked it over her head. She almost overran it. Fessler hit that a ton to center field. Center fielder Steely took 2 steps in. One more step, it would have been over her head. But she got back, reached up and caught it right about head high. That one bounces to the backstop. Brooke Warren, she's the last hitter to reach. She got a solid line shot into left center field for a base hit for one trip. She made it as far as second base with 1 out, but Gove struck out the next 2 hitters. Hit foul. Brooke Warren, I believe, is one of the Aganis scholarship winners this year. Line right over the second baseman head, and it gets by the outfielder. Warren, she didn't realize initially that she was only going to overrun first base for a base hit. By the time she realized it went by the right fielder, good hustle by the center fielder, Steely, who backed up the play and got the ball in. Warren thought about it and then held up. So she's 2 for 2. That ends 8 in a row retired by Jocelyn Gove. Line shot right to the third baseman. So a line shot to center field, a line drive to third base, 2 of the 3 outs. The other one was a shot into right field for a base hit. So Classical gets another base runner. They've had 1 in 3 of the 4 innings, and they've been left in 3 of the 4 innings. We've completed 4, North Andover 2, Lint Classical nothing. Bottom 2 and then back to the top of the order for North Andover. This is the bottom 2 did the damage. Amanda Steely got a base hit, stole a base. The next hitter was Jenna Roach. She doubled in a run. Way up and in, she swung right through it. So 8 and 9 hitters have scored the 2 runs and got 1 of the RBIs. Down and away for a ball. Amanda Sealy got that base hit that died 6 or 8 feet down the first base line. And it turned out to be a stolen base and a run, because Roach followed with a double after the stolen base. So that little swinging bunt that didn't go very far, but was certainly turned out to be important. Klasko got one of those too by Rachel Dana, but hers came with 2 outs. Steely's led off the inning. Hit to short. Nice job by Poisson, Kylie Poisson. They get Steely. 1 away. Jenna Roach lined a shot into right center field, knocking in the first run and then scored the second one. And she drills that one into left field for a base hit. That's not a bad number 9 hitter. Warren had retired 7 in a row before Roach's base hit. Maria Mangiamelli has singled and doubled. 2 for 2. Hit foul, out of play. Fessler was hoping she had a shot. Hit the center field, right at the center fielder. Michaela Poisson couldn't have been playing any better on that play. Mangiamelli hit it well, but hit it right at the center fielder for the second out. You heard me say many times, you get a good pitch, hit as high as you can, and hope you get lucky. Mangiamelli had 2 out of 3. Unfortunately, she didn't get the most important one. Line foul. Jocelyn go over the pitcher, flied to center field, bounced out third to first, but that bounce out got her an RBI because the run from third scored. The runner from third scored. High and tight for a ball. Hit to second base. Dana over to Brinkler. So the hit doesn't hurt. Stranded at first. Klasko's got to go to work. It's getting late in the game. Moving into the bottom half of the 5th inning. Bottom 3 in the order for the Lady Rams in the bottom of the 5th. This is the new season, Division I North. We mentioned before, none of the baseball, softball, even lacrosse haven't played for 2 years. The last state tournament was baseball and hockey went right down. The Eastern Mass final was played. And just as the Eastern Mass final was played, upcoming state finals were canceled because of COVID 2 years ago. So St. Mary's girls and English boys were declared co-champs, although they more than likely would have been champs if they played the games. And the St. Mary's boys baseball team didn't get to defend their championship last year So the juniors on that team 2 years ago didn't play their senior years and moved on without defending the championship. Reese Sprinkler struck out swinging her one trip. Swings to the pitch. Up and in for a ball. Swing and a miss. In for strike 3. Six strikeouts for Gove. Her first since the 3rd inning. She got 2 in the first 2 innings. Slowed down, only got 1 in the 3rd, didn't get 1 in the 4th. Now she's back on track. Emily Teneo struck out swinging. In for a strike on the inside corner. Chased that pitch. It was way up and away. Boy, they love that high pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Two up, 2 down. Strikeouts, 1 call, 1 swinging. Janet Kyoto hit it right on the nose and lined it right to the first baseman. Popped up. Foul. The line drive, the first baseman actually didn't even have a chance to take a step right or left. She just reached her glove across her body and picked it. It was a solid shot. But the first baseman, Maeve Gaffney, made a very nice play. Way up and in for a ball. Hit foul off the backstop. The hitter is actually taking a step back towards the Classical dugout to swing at that pitch. Swinging and miss, she strikes out the side. 8 strikeouts in 5 innings for Cole Classical. Left only 6 outs left for Classical trying to make a comeback. We played 5, 2 runs in the 3rd inning for Andover, generated by the number 8 and 9 hitters. Is the difference. North Andover 2, Classical nothing at the end of 5. 3, 4, and 5 for North Andover as we start the 6th inning. Juliana Roach reached on an error, struck out swinging, and she chases that high pitch. She reached on an error in the 1st, and she was the last half of that nice double play turn by Reese Sprinkler at first base on the line drive. Hit in the air to center field. Poisson way over to right center. Covers a lot of ground. Goes and gets it. 1 away. Line right at the right fielder. Kyoto's there to make the play. 2 up, 2 down. Maeve Gaffney, the first baseman, hit that hard, but hit it right at the right fielder. Bridget Gaffney has struck out and hit a little soft line drive to the pitcher. Popped up, long run, drops in for a base hit. Warren had retired 11 of 12. Before that base hit. I don't know if we're going to get a pinch runner or a pinch hitter. Corey Marconi, the designated player, is supposed to be the hitter. And it's almost impossible for us to pick up the numbers out here. Two outs, a runner at first. Swing and a miss. I think it's Elizabeth Farast who's running at first base. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Running for the right fielder, Gaffney. Wide for a ball. Hit to center field. Poisson drifts back, makes another play. She's played very well in center field. So the hit doesn't hurt. So after that three-hit barrage by North Andover in the third inning, Brooke Warren has retired 12 out of 14. A one-out single in the fifth and a two-out single in the sixth. Neither one of them caused any damage. She's pitched very well. But she's on the short end. Six hits given up by Brooke Warren. Three of them were back-to-back-to-back for the two runs in the third inning. And one of those was that little check swing, little bloop down the first base line that just wouldn't bounce foul, wouldn't spin foul. It just stayed in. And it turned out to be a hit. And that hitter wound up scoring. Line shot into left field for a base hit. Kylie Poisson. Only a second time Klaus with the leadoff hitter on. Michaela Poisson has struck out swinging twice. In for a strike. Wow, out at second base. It looked like they bobbled the ball. And she reached out, got a little delay with the umpire. He finally reached up and said out. And that's a big out. Swing and a miss. Michaela Poisson has struck out swinging twice. That one hit her. So that out at second base is very big right now. Glasgow would have the tying runs on. Rachel Dana got the first of those two little pop-ups we saw. One for Glasgow, one for North Andover. Off the right fielder's glove. It's a fair ball. And runners are going to move up. Dana gets a base hit. How big is that throw out at second base now? On the throw, Dana goes to second base. Long run by the right fielder Gaffney. Got a glove on it, couldn't hold on. The runner at first had to hold Michaela Poisson. Then she took off and went to third. When they threw it to third together, the throw went off the third baseman. I think Dana would have got the second anyway. So now the tying runs in scoring position for Isabella Fessler was flied out and hit a line shot to center field. Hits it foul and quickly it's 0-2. I think if Coach Erica Richard had her druthers, this is the hitter she would like to have up in this spot. Hit in the air, it's going to go foul and out of play. That's the one swing of the bat from evening this game up. Just got a piece. Just got a little bit of a nibble on that to the backstop. Stays alive. Wide for a ball. Classical fans, first time in a while, they've been able to get into this game and start to get excited. North Andover fans sitting on their hands. Hit in the left field for a base hit. The runner goes to third, one run scores. Fessler comes up with a big hit. So the tying run at third, go-ahead run at first, and they're probably coming out talking about what are we going to do if the runner goes to second base. Brooke Warren's got two base hits. She can help herself here. Glasgow had 3 hits coming into this inning. They've got 3 hits in the inning. And that throw out at second base now is huge because it would be the go-ahead run and possibly the winning run because it's the bottom of the 6th. So Brooke Warren can help herself here. We always mention her father, vice principal at Glasgow, was quarterback, Lynn English, to a Super Bowl. They get the bunt down, and they call it foul. Her brother is a two-sport athlete at Glasgow, and her mother is an outstanding swimmer. I have to make sure I get that in. So they had the bunt on. I was kind of surprised at that because it wasn't like a suicide. The runner at third wasn't coming. First and third, one out. Classical down a run. Pitcher against pitcher here. She pushes it down the first base line. I don't know how, but they got the runner at third hooked up. And they'll tag her out. I don't know how that happened. So it's going to be first and third again with 2 outs. So base running has been a problem here for Classical. They'll run for Warren at first. She got the bunt down. They didn't have a play on Warren. The runner didn't go from third. Hesitated, got hooked up halfway. Madison Mager sacrificed and hit a line shot right to the third baseman. So now there's 2 outs. Low for a ball, 2-0. Delaney Dana again running for Warren. In for a strike, 2-1. So North Andover's got a couple of breaks. The steal of second thrown out. Now the runner hooked up between third and home, the tying run. Swing and a miss. So Mager is swing away from getting Classical even. Gove is a strike away from getting out of trouble. Down for a ball. 3-2. The runner at first will be off and running. And the board said 3-2. The runner was off and running. Now she wasn't going. I said, now she goes to first base. So the bases are loaded now for Reese Sprinkler, who made the defensive play of the game for Classical way back in the first inning when she picked a line drive and turned it into an unassisted double play at first base. Now she has struck out twice, one swinging, one called. So the wheel is turning. Erica Richard talking to the hitter and the base runners. North Andover having a powwow on the mound. It's down to this. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 2-1 North Andover. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. She gets her for the 3rd time. Classical's down to their last 3 outs. They're going to look at the base running in this inning. They sent 7 to the plate. They had the tying run at third. And they had 2 cut down on the base pass. They get a run, make it 2-1, but now they're down to the last 3 outs. 2-1 North Andover at the end of 6. Bottom 3 in the order for North Andover as we start the 7th inning. If Glasgow doesn't do anything in the 7th inning, they're going to be thinking about that. The base running in the 6th inning. Reese Sprinkler picks off the pop-up by Bernard. Bernard had popped up the shortstop twice. Now she goes to the first baseman. 1 up, 1 down. Amanda Steele. She got that little pop-up that went down the first base line and just died in the dirt. Half swing. And she wound up scoring a run. Hits it to second base. Dana plays it well. Laid back, got the big hop. 2 up, 2 down. If you're looking to the bottom of the seventh, it'll be 8, 9, and 1 for the Lady Rams, needing a run. Maria, Mangiamelli. Single, doubled, and flied to center field. Hit in the right field for a base hit. She's got her third hit. Swing and a miss. Gova's flied to center. Ground to the third, getting an RBI, which is the run that's the difference right now. And ground to the second base. In on the hands, almost like at the last second, I think I'll swing at that. And at the last second, just got a piece and popped it foul. Hit to second. Dana will make another play. She's played well at second base. I said that was Manganello who got that base hit. That was actually Jenna Roach who got her third hit. And that's Manganello grounding out second to first for the third out. So Classical's down to their last 3 outs. Warren struck out 3. Didn't walk a batter. Gave up 7 hits. 3 of them were back to back to back in the third inning to get the 2 runs in. She spaced them out. She retired 15 of the last 18 she faced. And the 7th inning was the third 1-2-3 inning. So she did the job on the mound. She kept her team in it. But now Classical needs a run, at least one. Gove has been exceptional as well, keeping Classical off the board. Going into that 6th inning, she had only given up 3 hits. And she hadn't walked a batter. She gave up 3 hits and a walk. But Classical ran themselves out of an inning. And now they need a run to keep their season alive. Emily Teneo, the designated player, has struck out twice. And I don't know if we have a pinch hitter or not because it's almost impossible to read the numbers from here. And nobody is announcing anything. So 8, 9, and 1. Way up and in, and they swing at it anyway. That's should be ball 1, and instead it's strike 1. They love that high pitch, wherever it is. And she takes a pitch right down the middle. Low for a ball. High for a ball, 2-2. They need a base runner. First baseman makes another nice play. She picked that one out of the dirt. Gianna Kyoto was the hitter. She hit a line shot that Maeve Gaffney, the first baseman, didn't have a chance to even move right or left. She just reached across her body and picked it from going into right field, took a hit away from Kyoto back in the third inning. Now she makes another nice play at first base. So Maeve Gaffney's done a nice job. She kind of half-heartedly swung at that. I'll swing. No, I won't. So a line out and a strikeout. Pop right back to the pitcher. Classical down to the last out. Kylie Poisson struck out, popped to third, singled. She led off that sixth inning with a hit. And she was probably thrown out trying to steal second base. Before that big sixth inning, Cove had retired 12 out of 13, 13 out of 15. Had scattered 3 hits, 2 of them by Brooke Warren. Now she's an out away from getting a team a win in the Division I North tournament and moving on. Hit in the air, pulled it foul. That pitch was way up and in. Got out in front of it, pulled it foul. And Classical's down to their last strike. Hit in the air, center fielder over the left center field, makes the play. Third 1-2-3 inning, and it comes in the bottom of the 7th, and it gives North Andover, you have to say it's an upset because Classical is the higher seed. Classical season comes to an end. They'll finish up at 7-6. North Andover will get a little bit closer to 500. They'll go to 7-8. But Classical can look to that 6th inning where they had a runner thrown out stealing and a tying run at third base. Brooke Warren bunting after she got 2 solid hits the first 2 times. And they caught the runner off third, knocked the runner down, and then Gove got a big strikeout to end the inning. And North Andover wins it by a score of 2-1. North Andover got what they needed in the third inning from the 8th and 9th hitters. Amanda Steele hit that little half pop-up, half swing, went down the first base line, just died in the dirt. She got a base hit. She stole second. Jenna Roach lined a shot into right center field for a double. And then Maria Mangiamelli hit a shot into left field, knocking in Roach. It was 2-0. Warren got out of the inning with a strikeout and a flyout, but the damage was done. She knocked them down. She retired 15 out of 18 after that 3-run outburst. She only gave up 3 hits, and they were spaced. Classical got a single from Poisson. She got thrown out, trying to steal second. Michaela Poisson got hit by a pitch. Dana dumped a hit into right field, first and third. Fessler got a base hit. Dana went to third. It was first and third again. with 1 out. And then Brooke Warren, she had got a base hit into left center field. She got a base hit into right center field. She put the bunt down. It was a perfect bunt. The runner at third didn't come. She kind of hesitated, got stuck between third and home. She got tagged out. A walk extended the inning, and then a big strikeout by Gove got them out of the inning. And then Klasko went 1-2-3 in the seventh, and North Andover gets the big win. So the number 21 seed beats the number 12 seed by a little, but by enough. 2-1. North Andover knocks off Klasko. As I mentioned, North Andover will go to 7-8. They continue on in the tournament. Klasko will finish at 7-6, and they are eliminated. They had a good year. They went to the final game in the GBL, almost won the GBL tournament, their first year in the GBL. But this is going to be a tough loss. The base running in the 6th inning cost them dearly, and they wound up losing it 2-1 to North Andover. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.